Okay, question 1 of your low stakes quiz. Express 360 as a product of prime factors. So 360, I'm going to break it down. And I'm going to go with 36 and 10. Remember, you don't have to go with the same numbers. You could go with anything. You could go with 4 and 90, 180 and 2. Either way, no matter what combination you choose, as long as they're correct, you'll still end up at the correct answer. So let's see, 36, I'll go again to 6 and 6. And then 6 can be broken down to 2 times 3. Now I'm going to circle both of those because they're both prime numbers, and so I've got as far as I can go with those. Can't break a prime number down anymore. So the other 6 will be 2 and 3 again. Circle those. And then with 10, it breaks down to 2 and 5. Again, 2 prime numbers, and so now that I've closed off every root, I can get those all together. So take the 2's, I've got 2 times 2 times 2. So I've got 3 2's, 2 3's times 3 times 3 times 5. And I can shorten that again. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 cubed times 2 3's means 3 squared times 5. So 2 cubed times 3 squared times 5. Okay, and question 2, we've got a column vectors. We've got A equals 6, 4 and B equals 3 minus 2. And we're asked to find 3A plus 2B. So 3A would be 3 times A, which is 6, 4. And 3 times 6 is 18. And 3 times 4 is 12. So 18, 12. While 2B is 2 times 3 minus 2. Which would be 6, and 2 times minus 2 minus 4. So add those together then. So 3A plus 2B will be, I worked out 3A is 18, 12, and 2 plus 2B, which is 6 minus 4. And so to add those, we just add across. 18 plus 6 is 24. 12 plus minus 4 is 8. So your answer is 24, 8. Question 3, so you're given 28% and asked to write it as a fraction in its simplest form. Remember, percent is Latin, it means out of 100. So 28% means 28 out of 100. And I can simplify that, so divide them both by 2 to start with, and that would give me 14 over 50. And I can divide those both by 2 again, and that would give me 7 over 25. You don't have to do every step. If you had just divided 28 and 100 by 4, then you've got straight to 7 over 25. But either way, you will always still end up at the same answer, 7 over 25. Okay, and question 4 then. So we're asked to complete the table for the equation y equals 4x minus 7. So remember, what we need to do there is substitute each of the values for x into the equation and that work out our value for y. So when x is 0, then y equals 4 times 0 minus 7. So that's 4 times 0 is 0 minus 7. When x equals 1, y equals 4 times 1 minus 7. So that's 4 minus 7, which is minus 3. Now you can continue working them out, but of course, as you can see, the gradient of this line is 4. And what that means is it's going to go up by 4 each time. So if I keep going up by 4, minus 3 plus 4 will give me 1. 1 plus 4 will give me 5. And 5 plus 4 will give me 9. Now I'm going to just test that, just to make sure that to prove that that actually does work. So I'm going to now go and work out when x equals 4, y equals 4 times 4 minus 7, 4 times 4 is 16, minus 7, and 16 minus 7 is 9. So you can see I've proved that that does actually work. And then, so there's your table there. Minus 7, 0 minus 7, 1 minus 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 9. Okay, question 5 then. Jess wants to buy 2 drinks, which are £3.25 each, a magazine, which is £2.35, and a toy, which is £3.65. She has £10. Does she have enough? So we need to work out the total cost. So 2 drinks at £3.25 each, so that's 2 times £3.25, which is £6.50. Add to that the magazine, so 1 times £3.25, which is £3.25, or £2.35, sorry. £2.35, and the toy 1 times £3.65, which is £3.65. So add those together. 1, 7, 3 is 10, 5 is 15, carry over 1, 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 2 is 12. So the total cost is £12.50. So Jess needs, she only has £10. Jess needs £2.50 more. In question 6, write the number 453,000 in standard form. So 4, 5. Okay, so we want to put our decimal point here, which gives me a number of 4.53 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4.53 times 10 to the power of 5. Okay, question 7. You're given the number 53.2 times 10 to the power of 3. And you're asked, is that in standard form? Okay, and the answer is no, it's not in standard form. Okay, and the reason for that, and you should always give a reason, is because this number, so 53.2, it's not a number between 1 and 10. Okay, 53.2 is not between 1 and 10. And for a number to be considered in standard form, it has to fall within, that has to be between 1 and 10. Otherwise, it's not standard form. Okay, and if you went on and changed it, you weren't asked to in the question, but if you went on and changed it into standard form, well, you would see you need to put the decimal point here. So that would give you 5.32. And because you've moved the decimal point at one more place, you add another 1, 3 becomes 4. So that would be it in standard form, 5.32 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, and the last 3 questions then. So y to the power 3 times y to the power 5. So add your indices, that gives you y to the power of 8. Question 9, x to the power 5 divided by x to the power of minus 2. Remember, when you're dividing, you want to subtract the indices. So it's going to be x to the power of 5, take away minus 2. Now be careful with your negatives, because when you're taking away a minus, you end up adding. So 5 take away minus 2 gives me an answer of 7. And finally, question 10, simultaneous equations. So we've got 2 equations here, 6x plus 4y equals 2, and 2x plus 4y equals 6. So what I want to do first of all is to eliminate one of the variables and then solve it, and then use that to help me find the second one. So what we mean by that is, if you can see, I can take away these equations, and why that helps me is 4y take away 4y would be 0. So it leaves me with just x, and then I can solve that. And that will help me then go back and find y. So if I take away the equations, 6x take away 2x is 4x. 4y take away 4y is 0. And 2 take away 6 is minus 4. So 4x equals minus 4. Divide that by 4 to find x. This tells me that x equals minus 1. And now that I know that x equals minus 1, I can actually use that to help me find y. So I'll go back to my original equations. Pick either one, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick the first one. So 6x plus 4y equals 2. So let's rewrite that out again here. 6x plus 4y equals 2. Now, I actually know what x is now, so I can substitute that in. So 6 times minus 1 plus 4y equals 2. So multiply that out, minus 6 plus 4y equals 2. And then solve it to find y. So add 6 to both sides. Will tell me that 4y equals 8. And by dividing by 4, that tells me that y equals 2. So my answers were x equals minus 1, y equals 2. And that's the final question.